Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my shop. Today's October 26th, and this is my weekly shop update. So it's been a pretty busy week for me. This week I've been spending some time outside. It's been very nice to be outside and moving around a little bit. I have been doing some sawmilling, which is always a fun break from the norm. I had a few, like five of the smaller logs that I've been cutting up this week, getting through those. Kind of a fun departure from the typical sawing type of videos I've been doing. I know no one's ever said that I don't saw boards. I only saw slabs. No one's ever said that. So I did some boards this week as well as some slabs. So the upcoming videos about those smaller logs are going to be comparing, or I don't know if I'm necessarily comparing, but just showing the process of both creating boards, different things to consider as you're sawing boards, or you're turning a log into a canton and sawing that canton to boards, how you can get more boards out of the offcuts, and what you can expect as far as waste goes, and then comparing that, I guess kind of comparing to just going through and slabbing up the logs and having them that way. So that's kind of a fun little change from the typical, here's a big giant log, let's just cut into slabs type of video, I guess. So I will get to editing those as well as everything else I need to edit and start flowing out some more videos. So before I talk to you a little bit about the progress on the sideboard, let me show you a little bit about what I've been cutting outside. So I think we're gonna do like a handheld walking around kind of thing today. So over here on the patio, I have kind of my staging area of the stuff that I was cutting this week, so it's ready to go in to dry. So the cherry crotch log right there got turned into slabs, as well as that kind of knobby walnut. And the walnut is actually quite beautiful. There's some really nice straight grain kind of mixed in here throughout the length of the log. And we got some nice, decent crotch figure towards the top here. So really nice, clean slabs. I'm going to be keeping all of these ones, so these will show up in some projects and who knows when. But I'm really excited about this kind of stuff because it gives me enough stock here of this nice straight grain stuff for like door rails or stiles or anything where I want really clean straight grain, but I also have some really interesting areas that I could pull some interesting panels from. So pretty similar to the sideboard that I'm working on right now. So the other slabs in that log, pretty good as well. The ones towards the middle, the quarter sawn ones, have the most amount of really nice straight grain without a whole lot of really big knots towards the middle, which is kind of cool. And then up on the mill right now is this big chunk of red oak that is definitely not small. So not sure when I'm going to cut this. Probably a few weeks until I have time to do it. Looks like it's going to rain for a while here, and I got other things to do. But I got a lot of cutting done. I got some more room in the driveway now. This was all logs before, so it's a little neater before it starts to snow here, and hopefully not sooner than like a month or so, but you never know with Minnesota. So the biggest thing this week on the sideboard is that the drawers are all done. So the drawers have sides, they have a back as well as a bottom, and these are all done with that vertical grain or quarter sawn spruce. And spruce was a very interesting contrast as far as workability goes, with it being super crazy soft compared to what I'm used to. And that was a very interesting, fun, and challenging experience. I guess it was kind of an experiment thing. As you can see over here, I've had my sharpening stones out to keep my tools absolutely ridiculously sharper than they've ever needed to be for working with hardwoods. And yeah, I guess my chisels are nice and cleaned up and pretty now. But let me show you a little bit about the work that went into making the drawers. So over here on the bench I have the stock, which is going to become the doors of the sideboard. So I have a bunch of these smaller pieces that I had kind of, I don't know, laid out or kind of set aside from the original stock that I had when I did all the original layout for this piece. Not quite enough, so I grabbed another slab from this tree. There's a guy here. Nothing super crazy on this thing. Should give me some, you know, some little pieces here and there so I can get a few more rails and stiles out of there. But in case you forgot what the panels are going to look like, these are them. So I have the 4 doors with the 4 panels, and they are all this really nice crotch grain figure, which is all sequential and also kind of ties into the side panels. They're also sequential. So this is going to look pretty cool once I get these doors put together and they're on there, and it's just crotch everywhere. So that's what I've been up to this week. Let's take a look at some viewer projects. First this week is a card box by Jacob. Jacob built this box for his friends who were getting married. It's made from rough sawn maple that came from trees which were tapped for maple syrup. The box is assembled using beveled miters reinforced with walnut splines, and it has a rabbeted bottom. He pattern routed the outer edge of the heart and hand carved the relief on the inside. Next is a jewelry box by Matt. It's made from white oak and mahogany, and he made it for his girlfriend for Christmas. There were a lot of firsts on this project for Matt. This is his first jewelry box, his first inlaid dovetails, first mitered and splined corners, first time doing any cove work, and first time doing any type of carving. Matt has a couple of videos over on his YouTube channel about this box, and I'll leave you some links to that down in the description. Next this week is a mirror frame by Scott. Scott built this mirror frame to replace the old frame that his eldest daughter knocked off the wall and broke. It's made from ash and features some nice proud bridle joints. Scott also has a step-by-step build article, and I'll leave you a link to that as well. Last this week is a coffee table by Bear. Bear says this was his first attempt to make something with actual joinery instead of nails and screws. This coffee table was put together with Morrison tenons. It's made from eastern red cedar from his parents' property that he milled himself. So I think that's about it for me this week. Thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about anything I talked about today or anything here in my shop, please feel free to leave me a comment, as well as I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.